How do you show a customer or potential customer that you are the absolute best choice when it comes to hiring an MSP? Because you know that you would kill it for this client, but the customer has hesitations, or you don't want to sound too salesy and ruin the chance that you might have. We are covering everything on how to do that, including some bonus tips that I have had work like gangbusters for me. Before I get into today's video, my name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs with sales training and marketing. Before I get into that, I do have to mention two quick things. Number one is our masterclass. It will dramatically help you grow your MSP business. The feedback that we get is fantastic. We're consistently making updates to it, but by you going through it, you will give your MSP the absolute best chance of success. And I promise you, you're going to pick up some tips and tricks that will help put more revenue in your pocket. Number two, come hang out with us in the Discord. It is a fantastic community. It is honestly, truly incredible. From starting MSPs all the way to the 7-figure mark, doesn't matter where you're at along the stage. There are tons of people that not only want to help you, it is genuinely an amazing, amazing community. And I am super happy that I get to bring everybody together through it. So let's talk about how do you actually get that client to basically say yes and put more of this, the reoccurring revenue, in your pocket every single month. But you get to the front door, you're super stoked, you have a great meeting, and you know that you could kill it. This is your dream client. You've gone and filled out the buyer persona. If you haven't done that, go grab that down below. But you've gone through the buyer persona. You're like, Harrison, if you were a genie and you could grant me one wish, it would be get this customer. Well, you don't want to blow it, right? And there's a lot of things that happen, and you know that you're the best MSP, and you probably have tons of experience when it comes to this kind of thing. But one thing that you don't want to do is get sales breath or commission breath, because the client can kind of smell it. Now, it's not a real thing, but they can feel that you really want it and almost want it too much. This causes a couple problems. One, the potential customer is like, why does this person want this deal so badly? Like, are they not making money? Do they really want to work with me that badly? Or do they just are they getting paid extra for it? Am I going to get raked over the coals for it? And they start to build up some concerns around it when you really want it too much. And the problem is we've seen too many horrible sales movies. I've seen too many YouTube videos of horrible salespeople that go in and they're like, I'm the best, I'm going to crush it, this, that, and the other thing. MSP sales are extremely different from most other sales, because in a lot of other sales, you can be a bit high pressure, you can sell based on numbers. But in the MSP world, you're getting people to sign sometimes a 1-year, 2-year, 3-year, heck, I've seen even 5-year contracts with your clients. If you give them a discount and they get that discount for 5 years, how much does that actually hurt your business? Most of the time, depending on how bad it is, it could be a lot. So you really don't want to try to sell based on price. You don't really want to sell all on value, because it seems a little too weird that you're just full of value. So how do you actually get through this process? You want to start at the first initial contact, all the way through the entire time until they give you the John Hancock and say, yep, here's the deal, take my money, and we're good to go. So the first thing is you want to come in as a consultative sell. A lot of people think, well, here's the price and that's the price and this is what we're going to do. And while that is true and you have your service package, you still have to let the client know that your service package is going to be a good fit. But how do you actually do that? The first thing is when you go to that meeting, if you're doing this in person, even better. But you want to understand the client's needs. You have to think about it like, what are their real problems? Is there data concerns? Is it cybersecurity concerns? Is it employee productivity concerns? Is it, I literally don't even know where to begin? I've had that too. I've had clients come up and say, I know I need help, I just don't know what kind of help I need. Well, that's great. Now we have to start asking the right questions and figuring out exactly what the client even needs before we can basically prescribe them a solution. And hopefully that is our solution, because we know we're going to knock it out of the park. But the client wants to know that we've taken the time, even if they're just like every other client you've had, to understand their actual needs they're currently having. And the easiest way to figure that out is good questions. And when I say good questions, I'm not talking about, oh, do you like your current provider? No. What are your biggest headaches? What's going on? What keeps you up at night on a Friday? What keeps you up on a Saturday night when your business is closed that's really causing you stress or to lose hair or whatever it might be? And asking those really good questions and then not talking actually will give them the opportunity to talk, because we know that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Trust, right? Know, like, and trust. When people talk about it, they begin to feel like they know you and they like you and trust you, even though you're asking the questions and they're the ones doing all of the talking. So right off the bat, you want to start to figure out what their real needs are, both in the business and emotionally, believe it or not. Next is going to be, you want to deliver a tailored solution. Yes, they are going to fit into one of your packages, right? Depending on if you have one, you have multiple, it doesn't matter. But when you go to actually present it and talk about it, you want to position your package as the right solution for them based on the criteria they've already given you in that kind of questioning and understanding their needs. This makes the client like, oh, he actually listened to me. He understands, or she understands exactly what I'm going through. And now they have an actual solution tailored to my needs that they can provide. Now that client's like, oh, wow, they listen to me. They understand my needs and concerns. And they've built a custom package. It's probably going to be the same thing, but you have to pitch it that way for them so that they can have peace of mind throughout this entire process. Now, when you give them this package, you want to focus on not going through, this is how we do this, and this is how we do this, and this is the endpoint, and this is the antivirus, and this is how we're doing cybersecurity. No. You want to educate. You don't want to sell them. Yes, they understand. The whole point of you being there is to provide them with a solution. They want to know the benefits for them, but you have to educate them on how your tailored solution is going to fix their needs or resolve their needs. And when you do that and you bridge that gap across, all of a sudden magic starts to happen, because that client really feels like there's no pressure. It's not, if you don't buy this car right this minute, it's going to be the next customer that walks in the door is buying it, bar none. It's gone. You have to make a decision right this second and squeeze them and make them. You don't want to do that. You want to start to educate them on the benefits that they're going to get from the packages and the benefits that they're going to get personally, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust, but they have an emotional reason that they're buying. If they didn't have one, you probably wouldn't be in the room at that point. So you have to start going through that process and really understanding and educating that customer as to why your solution is a perfect fit for them. Now, this does take a little bit of practice. Now, if that doesn't close the gap for a new customer, there's a couple little bonus nuggets I want to give you. And one of the biggest bonus nuggets, a lot of you guys have already started doing, but that's strategic partnerships. Now, if you're out at your local chamber of commerce, start collecting your business cards, or better yet, other people's business cards, and adding them to a file or to an Excel sheet, or just keeping them on your desk of low voltage cablers, phone providers, digital marketers. The list goes on and on and on. But anything that you could think of that would be a good strategic partner where you could probably send some business to them and they could send some business to you is somebody that you should keep in your back pocket, and letting them know that. Additionally, you're going to have some partnerships with Pax8, Carbon Systems, Ingram Micro, any other whereabouts you decide to go get technology and cloud services. But these are partnerships. You're now a partner and a reseller, a vendor for them. So you have a better relationship than them trying to hopefully call and maybe get through to Google or to Microsoft. Good luck. That's a huge benefit to a customer. So when they realize, like, oh, this person has a bunch of contacts in the industry, they can help in a bunch of different areas, that's a huge value add to the customer. And you might not realize it, but when customers understand that you're out networking, you're talking to other people, and you're finding these people that are really good and preferred people, you now added more value to your social status and against all of the other competitors out there. It is huge, and customers, believe it or not, do value this, especially certain ones, and you might come across these. They might say, hey, who do you work with? Or are you a reseller of Microsoft? Hey, yeah, we actually buy tons of licenses. We get special treatment, all this kind of stuff. And you could figure that out based on your vendors right off the rip. And the last one is you want to showcase your success without bragging. It sounds crazy, but they don't know you probably from a hole in the wall. Unless you're killing it on social media or killing it blogging or on Google or something of that nature, they don't really know you all that well. They're taking a huge leap of faith by signing a 6-month, 1-year, 3-year, 5-year contract to putting money in your pocket every single month. So how do you brag without bragging, right? There's really 2 ways. The first way is your case studies. Bar none, case studies work. If you can get your customers involved in your case study, what you did, how you did it, all that good stuff, and they rave about it and say that we're so glad we hired your MSP, that's huge value. And it's third party. They're doing all of the bragging. You're just the messenger showing them that. That's huge, huge, huge value. Maybe thinking, well, Harrison, what else is there? Testimonials are just incredible. They're not nearly as good as case studies, especially if you can get a case study with a testimonial tied in. But if you can get testimonials and just build it up to the point where you're like, I can't lose. If they have 50 or 100 or 150 testimonials, they have to be a fantastic company to work with. That gives you massive credibility without bragging or peacocking, saying, hey, we're the best, right? It lets other people do the heavy lifting for you and takes you completely out of the stressful seat that you're in. And after you do all of that, you got to work on continuous improvement. You got to remember what you talked about. If you're worried about it, record it. Don't show anybody it, but you can record it, throw it in your pocket. I've recorded because I want to see how I messed up or where I went wrong. And by continuously improving over and over and over and over again through that sales process and really understanding it, the value is crazy and you're only going to get better and better and better and better over time. So I hope you guys found some value in this video. I think it's probably one of my better videos I've ever made. So I would really appreciate it if you crush that like button, if you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, share it out with your friends if they're in the MSP industry, because it'd be really weird if somebody got this video not in the MSP industry. Other than that, there's a bunch of super helpful resources down below. I love the heck out of you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Love you guys.